Hello, it's Colette from the Rose Temple. I always wondered what it would be like if I could have this magic lens that I could see through and observe my unconscious behaviours, the wounds, the traumas, the way life had moulded me and shaped me, and the structures that I was put through as a child and a teen and an adult, how they had actually constructed my life and how I was constructing my life from those places unconsciously. And of course, that's the work of Jung. Jung knew that the unconscious mind, that we are not aware of, actually is the creator of our lives. It's what brings in patterns of behavior, relationships, the jobs we work in, the people we meet. Life in general is a construct from the unconscious matter that operates within us. And as soon as I understood that about Jung, I was intrigued. I thought this man has devoted his life's work to discovering the unconscious matter in humans and developing like a system and a program and a recording of all of his work with his patients and with himself as to how you could understand yourself better, how you could see that certain things that were driving your life were creating like havoc or, systems of powerlessness or poverty or abusive relationships or, just all the normal things that we get entangled with in life. And the work for me, since I have not just been reading Jung, no more just reading, but doing the applications, the practices that he developed with analysis and with works with different schools, it's been mind blowing for me. My mind is opened massively, more and more as we find on this spiritual journey in all the modalities that we begin to look at. But I actually feel like I've got some control for once. Like things aren't left to fate or luck anymore. I completely understand that although magic exists, that within me is the ability to take back certain patterns, to stop certain behaviors, to see the things that block me from the things that I want out of life and do the work so that they no longer prevent me. So, for example, knowing that my inner child has certain traumas and places that she's in constant survival, or knowing that I have created the life I have through certain wounds and certain wants to show and prove myself. And I pondered yesterday, what if my life that I've created so far wasn't created from the wounds and the trauma and the shape of society? What if I could consciously be aware of creating a life that didn't come from those places, but that came from a space of co-creation with me and creator, with the divine, with the actual magic? And that realization, which has been part of my inner child work and part of the work I've been doing with my, abandoned child, my rejected child, and all the places that this unconscious work is bringing up for me, made me really feel glorious actually, in that the work I do with other people will constantly be on a cycle of evolution and with the ability for people to also create their life in a different way. So most of us are unconscious. We're unconscious of what drives us, what motivates us. We might have a little insight, but it takes time, hours and hours. Some weeks I can put 6 hours into working on specific processes that are going on in my psyche, sometimes more. And that doesn't mean my world has to stop when I do them. I'm doing that, doing the applications as part of a meditation process, giving myself an hour here and there to do the actual written applications and the meditations and psychological approaches. But then allowing time in my day to let that run through my psyche while I'm doing the garden or doing my written work or, the average daily jobs that we face. And so that's why I'm super excited to really share with you the work that Max and I are putting together so that many of you can take an introductory dive, or if you've done Jung before, go deeper into the space. But we wanted to make sure the language and the applications were accessible to all people. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to take you through 3 months using dreams as an access point to be able to understand how your unconscious world is dominating your life and how the dreams are trying to show you the unconscious behaviors in you that are dominating your life. So it's a 3 month course that we are putting together. It will have both like a ceremonial aspect. There will be, my spiritual magic, Max's ability as someone who's studied Jung for over 40 years to be able to, guide through the analytic lens of Jung. And we will be putting applications together to help you go deep into your psyche. And then we will be offering you guidance to deepen into the knowledge of what is going on for you and giving you the optimism and the power to be able to say, well, if these things are controlling me and I've not known, what happens when I do know them, and where can I steer my life differently onto a path of what Jung said was destiny? So that's what we're offering. And we're also offering it at a really, cost effective price. The price is €150 a month. That includes the applications, it includes lots of goodies that we'll be posting in there, plus guidance. Now, Jungian guidance can come at £250 an hour, or, deep Jungian psychotherapy is almost, half of that or maybe more. So that's 1 hour session. This will allow you daily guidance every day to post in and to get some professional guidance on what's going on in your psyche. And we both are deeply embodied in this work. We have gone through individuation processes. We have done lots of psychological healing, emotional work in the over, 40 years, my own journey of 25 years of healing and healing modalities and all the somatic therapy. And I don't want to go on, but literally a whole toolkit to come in through this Jungian lens of healing. So we're very excited, and we've only really kept the core secret within our dream group that we work in, but now want to really just share this out there to invite anyone who feels the call to do some really deep investigatory work on themselves to enable themselves to live a life of destiny, to live your life more fuller, to see the things that keep happening to you and the places that are ugly or the places that bother you, that you want to change, to see why they are there and to be empowered to change them. So the course is called Through the Lens. I will post under this audiogram all the details to join us. And I so look forward to your participation and transformation. So bye for now. Lots of love, Colette.